Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, this is the National Football League. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 38 now, here's second and 5. Now Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they run the option here on first and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second and 9. Here's Murray from midfield. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. First down, Murray. That pass completed to Dortch. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
Howell throwing on first down here. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And Washington has taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Murray now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Moore, the motion man. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it? Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air. Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Howell from the gun. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Another throw for Howell. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Howell. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Howell now to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2. It's Howell with another throw. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, after the first quarter was just complete disaster for them, everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless They can get something on the board here before intermission. Murray now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Got his man, it's Dortch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second down and 4. To throw is Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A final shot before half from Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Off play action. It's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion right, one of the tight ends. Robinson up the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Murray now. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second and 7. They go play action with Howell. He gets it to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
First down, Howell to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd and 2. Murray now running right on the option. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Murray's going to keep it again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. Staying on his feet. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. A throw to the flat for Carter. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Here we go!
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
First down, Murray. Going right back to Wilson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Murray.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Murray now on first down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Murray.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
But these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.